smooth moves. Hi, Tony.
How are you?
I've got to teach you the lotion. I have this really funny assistant named Lauren Mitchell.
Yeah.
And Tony, give me a little music. It's a very popular dance at the Today Show.
All right. You actually, good morning, Katie. Good morning.
Hi, Ellen.
What, you put the lotion in your hair after
Well, you know, you probably shouldn't put the lotion in your hair. You
Right.
should probably focus on your face. And you can do your shoulders and whatever
Yeah.
else you want to lotion up.
Yeah. That's actually, you could apply that to any kind of thing that you're doing to your body and make it a dance, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And you do the sprinkler sometimes here, too, don't you?
Is that the kind of thing
Yeah,
like that?
yeah. You got to have the other arm. You got to go like...
Yeah. It's like a, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm telling you, you can move.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to learn new moves, but
Well, you're doing well. What was
got-
that knee thing you were doing, Ellen, earlier with the knee? You know, your knee was kind of flying back there. Did you?
Oh, I was trying to do something that didn't work out. Sometimes I'll just try a new move. I don't rehearse, by the way. I know it's hard to believe, but I don't.
I'm shocked.
No, there's no dance rehearsal or anything. So, there's there's the towel scrub too. You could actually.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. You could, and then you do the next person. You do that. Yeah. You could
gotta
do
go like
the
that,
towel
right?
scrub.
That's
You could do
cute.
the toenail clipper. You could do,
There's a grocery store where you have a cart and you go like that.
Oh, that's
know?
good.
Yeah.
The grocery store.
Yeah. Or the shopping cart, it's sometimes known as.
We're making
Dance history here.
we're making dance history right here. Well, thank you for teaching those moves to us.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Now, speaking of, what is that, booze?
No.
What's in there?
You know what? It's tea. I have a terrible cold.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's okay.
That's what's
I'll
even
be
sadder
okay.
is you didn't tell me before you hugged me. But,
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I just Purell.
yeah. No, I just got over it. We keep giving it back and forth to each other here at the show. So,
Oh, thank you. They're
that must
happy to
be-
hear that.
Yeah. Well, you already have it, so
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
I'm fine.
But speaking of responsibility, you have to get. What time do you go to sleep? You have to get up at like 3 or something.
Well, I get up at around 5.
At 5.
Yeah, and then usually I get picked up in the morning because they're worried about the cab service that early.
Right.
And so Jack, who's driven me for 12 years, I always say, Jack, will you call me back in 15 minutes? And he does.
Yeah.
So then he calls me back at 5:15, and usually I lie in bed for about 15 more minutes. So I don't get up till 5:30, which is a big secret, but no longer a big secret.
Wow.
So I usually get to the show around 6, and then they go like
Wow.
this. You know, really fast because they have to make me up in about a nanosecond before I go on.
Wow. Well, that'll wake you up if you have somebody doing that to you. It woke me up just now when you were doing it. Okay, so you and Matt live together, and
Yeah, we do. For about 5 years now.
right, and
He's very cleanly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, is he?
Is
Tell
he?
us about that.
No. But he is. He's very meticulous. He's very Felixy.
Yeah.
You know, his office is super neat and tidy. And of
yours
course,
isn't?
No, mine's a big mess.
Really? Well, you have, I was talking about the people with kids at home. You have 2 daughters,
I
right?
do.
And are they neat, or do you just let them be?
No, they're actually a little neater than I am.
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to improve so I can be a better role model, but they're not so bad. They're doing okay in that department. They're 12 and 7 now.
Oh.
And so they clean occasionally. Mm-hmm. And they make their beds in the morning, and they set the table, so they have certain chores around the house they're expected to do.
I've never understood that about making your kids make the beds because, and I get in trouble here, but you're going to get back in it later at night. You know? I don't see why.
That was my argument,
Yeah.
but
I mean, I like clean. I really like things organized and put away. I don't like clothes on the floor and shoes out. But making the bed, you're going to get right back in it.
But don't you feel much better getting into a made bed at night than getting into a messy bed? Really?
Well,
and with clean sheets is the best.
Clean sheets, yeah. If you're going to clean the sheets, you should strip the bed anyway. But I think you just kind of
That's always a good idea.
Yeah, yeah. Instead of just putting the water in the bed.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way. And but no, you straighten out the sheets and stuff, and then you kind of like straighten the sheets out. But I don't think it has to be made to get into it. Well, I don't know. I mean, eventually it should be made. It shouldn't just be unmade all the time.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
It's a little grody.
All right. So what do your kids want for Christmas? Having the two, is that a big thing? With
Yeah. No, Christmas is a big deal at our house. My 12-year-old wants a cell phone.
Oh, with the camera in it?
No. Actually, she probably would, but I'm not going to do that. Can you imagine?
No, because I can't figure it out. I have one.
You do?
Yes, and I've taken a few pictures accidentally. I'm actually not doing it on purpose.
They freak me out because we did a story on the Today Show about how people bring them into health clubs, into the dressing areas, and take pictures of people without their clothes on.
Right, that's why I got it. And so what but I can't download them. Yeah.
You've used them for blackmail a few times, right?
No, but that is scary. No, they have tinier little cameras than that people are sneaking around wearing as, for all I know, all those buttons are cameras.
They are. Yeah. They are. Wait a second, hold on.
Yeah.
No, so she wants a cell phone. She wants a digital camera, high-tech stuff. And then my 7-year-old Carrie is really into American Girl dolls. I don't know if you all know about that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, he's like, yeah. That's scaring me.
Well, he's had coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she would like...
He didn't even know he was talking,
She would like an American Girl doll named Addie.
Addie,
and she's a Civil War era doll. She's actually the daughter of runaway slaves during the Civil War era. And I love these dolls. I don't mean to be doing like a commercial, but they come with books, and they really help kids learn about history. She has another one named Kirsten who immigrated from Sweden to this country, and there's a whole series of books. Except Kirsten's best friend died of cholera on the ship coming over here. And Carrie started crying. I'm like, oh my God, this is too tragic. These are supposed to be happy dolls.
Right. So you get the whole story and everything like that? That's how she knows?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
man.
it's great. And we were
So it's a grieving doll. It's a doll that just grieves.
But we were talking about Addie. We started reading the book the other night. And we talked about slavery, and then she said, does this book take place in the 1950s? I said, no, this is the 1850s. And then my 7-year-old said, well, there was racism in the 1950s too, wasn't there?
Wow.
And so we started talking about the civil rights movement in the 1960s. So can you believe it? I thought it was a great stepping off place to talk about all sorts of interesting things.
All from dolls.
All from Addie the doll.
That's really great.
Yeah.
Well,
so I'm gonna get her Addie. We have the book.
Well,
we don't
you
have
should
the doll.
absolutely do that.
Yeah.
But we need some dolls that have some happy stories too.
Yeah. No, it's true.
I'm gonna do like an Ellen dancing doll. Maybe you just dance with it or something like that.
That would be fun.
Yeah. We have to go to commercial. We'll be right back with more Katie Couric right after this. We're back with America's sweetheart, Katie Couric. And,
oh, yeah.
You have gone, but that's the thing about being on TV. We kind of see everything.
Well, I've been on for 12 years, and I think, I've gone through a lot of incarnations with my hair. I used to dye it myself from like Clairol drugstore hair dye, and then I realized maybe I should actually get it professionally done.
You see the commercials, they all do it themselves.
But people, yeah, like Heather Locklear does it, right? But anyway, so yeah, and I get a lot of comments on my hair through the years. So thanks for doing that, Ellen.
Yeah, I think it's good to change. I've had the same haircut forever. I had one other haircut, and that's the mullet.
Yeah, you did. I was going to say, I remember your mullet.
I'm proud of it.
I actually had a modified mullet myself. Everybody had a mullet.
Everyone had a mullet for a while. Yeah, there are some people still trying to make it come back.
But no, people are kind of funny. They always make comments about me, and I'm sure you've experienced this just being on television. People say the darndest things. When they meet you in person, they say things like, what did somebody say to me? You look just like the girl on television. This was when I first started. I go, I am the girl on television. She said, dear, your skin looks so much better in person.
Yeah.
Things like that. I was at a hockey game the other day, and these guys from Rhode Island came up to me, and one guy goes, yeah, you know, the other day when you wore that blouse, you look great. You looked really slutty. I was like, thanks. And then once, a woman out on the plaza, she came up to me. She goes, excuse me, can I ask you a question? I said, sure. She said, who picks out your clothes? And I'm thinking like a compliment is incoming. I'm like, well, actually, I do. She said, the pants you had on the other day were awful. And I said, and usually I just kind of grin and bear it, but I said, really, I'm sorry you didn't like them, but to be honest with you, I don't really care for the dress you're wearing either.
Good for you.
Like completely unsolicited comments are not necessarily welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, no, I've had some people say, they just say weird things to you because they don't think that you're, I don't know.
They don't think you're real.
Yeah, they'll tell you their opinion of what, but I get that a lot, that, oh, you look so much better in person. And I'm like, well, the whole point of television is to look better.
And also, more people see you on TV than ever see you in person.
Right.
But
so
anyway.
I always tell people I'm going to get off television then, because everyone always says, you look so much better in person. But,
I know.
But it's nice. I mean, it's a nice, you know.
It is kind of a compliment, but, you know.
But those are the fine compliments. The other compliments are the people that tell you what to wear and what not to wear and how they like your hair or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.